Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and in the video I uploaded Sunday night, I talked about the importance of buying the dip on small cap stocks right now. In today's video, I'm going to give you an update on one of the stocks I talked about yesterday, but before I do, I want to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any asset. These are just my opinions, which may or may not be accurate, so please do your own research before investing in any asset. Now, the stock that I'm going to give you an update on today is GLDG, or GoldMining Inc. Now, in full disclosure, I own this company. I have been buying it since January of this year. And if you follow me on Twitter at RealScottCurry, you know that 2 weeks ago, I bought another 500 shares. Also, in full disclosure, this is a sponsored video. Now, of course, since I'm already buying GLDG, I already own it, I've already been investing in it for the past 5 months, I saw absolutely no issue with accepting money to produce this video for you guys, and just give you guys a little bit more insight as to why I'm buying it. Now, you may have heard the phrase, millionaires are made during bull markets and billionaires are made during bear markets. If you've never heard of John Templeton, he was the founder of Templeton Investments, and I just want to explain a little bit about how he became a billionaire. In 1939, during the Depression, John Templeton had his broker purchase 100 shares of each New York Stock Exchange listed company that was selling for less than $1 a share, or about $20 a share today. When the U.S. economy picked back up as a result of World War II, John Templeton ended up selling those investments for many times the amount of money that he invested. This strategy helped John Templeton become a billionaire. John Templeton's strategy, much like that of Warren Buffett's, was value investing. Templeton focused on buying stocks that he calculated were substantially undervalued and then holding them until their price rose to fair market value. His average holding period was about 4 years. By emphasizing overlooked or unpopular stocks, Templeton was in many ways a contrarian, and he became known for his buy when there's blood in the streets philosophy in order to take advantage of market turmoil. And this is the same strategy that I employed when looking at GLDG. In my mind, GLDG is extremely undervalued, and it also has a major catalyst coming up. Now, we know that a recession is going to come very soon. We don't know the timing of it exactly. It could be this year or next year, maybe even 2024. But for sure, we know a recession is on the horizon. And I want you to look at what happened to the price of gold the last 2 recessions we had. In both 2008 and 2018, the price of gold rose substantially during those time periods. And I really believe that GLDG is going to be able to take advantage of the rising gold prices that I think is going to occur soon, and it can have substantial profits. Now, for those of you who have not seen my prior videos, you're not really sure who GLDG is, I want to just give you a quick summary of what I've said in the past. I do want to stress this is an update video. It's not going to be a full in-depth look into the company. If you want to know more about the company, I'll put a link to the original video I did back in January in the description of this video. For now, let me just give you a quick summary. Now, GLDG is a non-producing gold mining company, meaning they buy distressed and undervalued gold assets, they then improve them, and then they sell them at huge profits. They don't actually mine the gold in the ground. They simply buy gold properties that are undervalued, hold them for a few years, get the value up, and then sell them. That's their strategy. GLDG has 14 gold mining properties throughout North and South America and 1 uranium property. Now, to give you an idea just how undervalued this company is right now, let me show you their financials. Starting with the income statement, you can see how they have 0 revenue because, like I said, they're a holding company. They don't actually mine any gold. And taking a look at the balance sheet, you can see they have about $7.7 million in cash and cash equivalents. About 2.4 million of that is in actual cash and about 4.8 million of that is in short-term investments. Now, GLDG's current market cap is $164 million. They own 20 million shares of another ticker called GROY, and that's worth about $65 million. Now, if you take the $164 million market cap, you subtract the $65 million worth of GROY position, and you subtract the nearly $8 million in cash and short-term investments, you end up with an enterprise value of around $92 million. Now, GLDG owns about 32 million ounces of gold and gold equivalent resources in their 14 properties. If you take their $92 million enterprise value and you divide it by those 32 million ounces, you end up at $2.88 per ounce of gold. That is the cheapest gold resource valuation in the entire world that I know of. The average gold resource sells for between $30 to $40 per ounce, depending upon the grade. Now, GLDG does invest in what's called low-grade resources. So they're not going to be at that $30 to $40 range. They're going to be a little bit lower than that, around $15 to $20 per ounce. Still, the stock currently is valued at an enterprise value of only $2.88 per ounce, when the average low-grade resource runs for around $15 to $20 an ounce. And to really put things into perspective, just how cheap GLDG is, I want to highlight just one property, and that's their Whistler property in Alaska. There's another company that owns a property right next to GLDG's Whistler property, and that other company has the property that is half the size and half the grade of the Whistler property, and it was just valued at $200 million. So if you consider the fact that GoldMining's Whistler property is twice the size and twice as good of a grade, then it should be valued for a minimum of $400 million. Now that's just one property that's worth at least $400 million. Keep in mind, GLDG owns 14, and the market cap is only $92 million enterprise value. One property worth over $400 million, and its stock is trading at $92 million enterprise value. I mean, it is so undervalued. In my mind, this thing's like free money. Now, we also talked about how GLDG is working to increase the value of their properties before they sell them. And right now, they're working on 3 preliminary economic assessments, or PEAs. A PEA basically does a deeper dive into the amount of gold in the ground, determines how hard it might be to actually extract that gold, and really helps create a much better valuation on it for an actual gold miner who's going to go in there and actually mine the gold. Now, the benefit of this is the PEA takes years to do and costs millions of dollars. So once it's done, the value of the property is significantly higher because a lot of the risk has been removed. And so GLDG is going to be able to sell these 3 properties for a significantly higher valuation once these PEAs are done. Now, like I said, they take years to complete, and the good news is these 3 PEAs should be completed this year. And this is not some fly-by-night company either. Amir Adani, who's the current chairman of the board, he founded the company back in 2011. Now, keep in mind that 2011 was right after the major financial crisis when gold mining resources were selling at 10 cents on the dollar. So Amir really bought into his original investments at dirt cheap valuations. Now, Amir's background is actually in uranium mining, and I like the fact that GLDG does have at least one uranium project. And Amir had a lot of success in his uranium mining projects. In fact, one of his companies, Uranium Energy Corp, is up over 1,000% in the last 2 years, and Uranium Royalty Corp is up 875% over the past 2 years. And of course, GLDG is not immune to these kinds of massive price rises either. The last time the Fed raised interest rates in 2016, GLDG rose over 500%. And if you look at the chart, you can see how technically GLDG has very strong support at $1.07. Shorter term, the MACD just had a golden cross, which points to a rebound in the share price. And of course, it's not just me buying the stock. Amir is the largest shareholder with over 9 million shares, and Van Eck Associates has over 8 million shares. And you can also see how over the past couple of weeks, large institutions have mostly been buying GLDG, with only a handful actually selling it. And you might also be interested to know that BlackRock actually invested in GLDG also. In fact, this is BlackRock's only non-producing gold company in their portfolio. And of course, don't take my word for it that GLDG is severely undervalued. The last analyst to give GLDG a price target 2 months ago gave it a price target of $5.06, which represents a 368% upside potential from Friday's closing price. So in summary, GLDG is a severely undervalued company. It has significant potential in the future, and now is the best time to buy small caps for all of the reasons I laid out in yesterday's video. Again, like I said in yesterday's video, small caps should start rebounding and going up now, even if the overall market goes down due to large caps dropping in value. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this update video. As I told the people in the Discord, I'm still trying to get an interview with the CEO to get a little bit more information or details on some of their properties. But I wanted to get this update out for you guys so that you know why I continue to buy GLDG even as the overall market goes down. Like I said, small caps are incredibly undervalued, well, some of them, like this one. And now is the best time to be buying these stocks because there's really very little downside left and there's a ton of upside potential. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just giving you my thoughts, my opinions, which may be wrong, may be inaccurate. I just want to let you guys know why I'm buying it and give you guys an update since quite a few people have asked for an update on GLDG. So I hope you guys have a lot of success trading. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you later tonight.